Hello everyone, in this video I'll show you how I made a clay copy of the Dodge Charger from the first Fast and Furious movie, Dominic Toretto's Dodge.
My father and I built it, 900 horsepower, straight from Detroit.
This is how the car looked when I prepared the body for painting. This is the natural color of the clay the car is made from. I covered all the windows with a thin layer of clay so the interior wouldn't get painted. I painted the car with a spray can. First, I covered the body with primer, then applied the main black color. After that, I finished the car and installed the wheels. And here is the final result of my work. This is another masterpiece I managed to create. I put extra effort into this car because I really like these muscle cars, especially this Dodge Charger, but I definitely took too long making it. I worked on it for a whole month, which is extremely long, but I didn't want to rush because this is creative work and rushing isn't really appropriate here. I completed it in a total of 132 hours of work over 20 days. This is a replica of the Dodge from the first movie. There was a lot of information about this model, so I was able to recreate it quite accurately and to a high standard. The interior here is stripped down, just like in the movie. No seats, only the driver's seat, no door panels, with a modified dashboard and a roll cage. But it's only decorative here, since I made it out of modeling clay, so it doesn't provide any extra strength or safety. Let's take a look at this powerful engine with a huge supercharger. According to Dominic, it produces 900 horsepower. By the way, because of it, the hood can't open properly. You have to remove it completely, since the supercharger is wider than the opening in the hood. The trunk can also be opened. And also the underside of the car with full detailing. Also, since this is Dominic Toretto's Dodge, I thought, why not make his figurine out of clay as well? I did a poll on the channel, and you supported this idea, and here's what I managed to make. I can sculpt cars, but as you can see, I'm not as good at sculpting people. The muscles turned out too big, and the shoulders are too wide. The face looks a bit similar, but the nose is too big, and I spent 2 days sculpting the Vin Diesel figurine itself. To To create this dodge, I used blueprints, but I couldn't find any good ones online, so I had to make them myself in 3ds Max, and of course, besides the blueprints, I also looked at a 3D model. I found a very detailed model on the D'Agostini website, where you can conveniently examine everything, remove the body, and see how everything is arranged inside. For sculpting, I used very hard NSP clay. I rolled it into very thin sheets and then cut out various body parts from them according to the blueprints. Additionally, I reinforced the car's structure with foil, tightly attaching it to the clay parts to hold the desired shape, and foil is very helpful for this. Also, thin body parts are needed so that the car can brake and the deformation of the body resembles real car damage. Yes, I did it again. I made a car for a crash test. But this time, we can try to recreate the scene from the movie where Dominic crashed into the green truck. And if you want me to do that, then we need to get 5,000 likes on this video and I'll try to make a similar scene from the movie. And if you don't hit the like button, Dominic Toretto's family will come after you. This is already the third Dodge Charger I've made. The first one I made when I started my channel. It was made entirely out of sculpting clay.
A 1969 Dodge Charger.
I made it out of clay.
Exhaust pipes. Radiator grill, radiator. Drive shaft, exhaust pipes.
The second one turned out better. I made it out of colored modeling clay with a working chassis, opening doors, hood, and trunk. But recently I destroyed it. I put it in direct sunlight, where it almost completely melted. It was interesting to watch the modeling clay car melt. So now it's no longer possible to compare them visually. Let's look at the photos to see what the difference between the models will be. You can compare it to graphics in games. The orange Dodge is like graphics from the year 2000 and the black one is like graphics from modern games. It's like how it's become popular to make remasters of games now, and I released my own remaster of the Dodge Charger. And now I'll show you photos of the car sculpting process, creating it step by step. Well, this is the kind of car I managed to make out of clay. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in my clay creations. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye everyone.